Hi folks, this is Dave, and welcome to Volume 2 of my quad tendon rupture recovery plan, or rehab, or whatever you want to call it. And again, I put this together in case, obviously somebody will in the future have the same injury. They can kind of compare where they are with where I'm at, and hopefully you're doing better and faster than I am. But I'm doing great. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for all their prayers. I've seen all your Facebook posts, and I haven't been able to respond to all of them, but wow, just thank you so much for that outpouring. And miss our church a lot, and we haven't been there in 2 weeks, and I don't know when, 3 weeks, and I'm not sure when we're going to get back, because for me to go, I have to be able to I have to be able to sit in a chair with my leg down for an extended period of time, and that's a ways off, I think. So anyway, hopefully sooner than later. So I had my first post-op visit yesterday, and went really well, and I got my stitches out. First thing he did is come through the door. He came through the door and said, "Your knee was all blowed up inside." And he had asked me if I'd ever hurt my knee before, and I said yeah. And he goes, "Well, I could tell, because there was another tendon in there that didn't look very good, and it was pretty ragged." And so we cleaned that up, and I got a twofer, and which is great. So anybody else out there that is just putting off or didn't have the time for a knee surgery when they need it, just do what I did: fall off a retaining wall, and then you can get two for the price of one. So it's a good deal. See what else? Oh, so he also moved my brace from the 30-degree angle to a 50-degree angle, and that's a big jump right there, which is really good. And I can tell I could probably do 45 with not too much problem, but that extra 5, that going to 50, that I can definitely feel that. And so he's got some little physical therapy things at home to do to help that out. Okay, so pain. Huh?
For 6 weeks, you're not supposed to bend it down.
Okay, so I have my wife on the other side, and she's like, give me all these signals that I'm saying everything wrong. So I'm still on pain meds. I'll just put it that way, all right? So actually, pain meds, let's talk about that. So last time I talked about pain, and that my prescriptions were going to run out, which they did, and I did not call and get refills. So I thought I'm just going to suck it up, use a lot of ice. I also had some muscle relaxers from an injury from a car accident back in last November, I think. And that's helped quite a bit, because I have had some muscle spasms this week. And man, they hit you like a bolt of lightning. And my entire quad is super sore, and there's a lot of swelling in it. And so I've been just doing a lot of manual massage and things like that throughout the day. But at nighttime, when you relax and you want to go to sleep, that's usually when the spasms hit. So anyway, those muscle relaxers have helped in that. Anyway, so that's just something I'm dealing with, but it seems to be getting better. We've been drinking turmeric tea. So turmeric is a great anti-inflammatory and pain reliever, and a lot of times people take it with fish oil and things like that as a supplement, which I do. But turmeric tea is basically hot water and then like a tablespoon of turmeric. And let me tell you, turmeric's not the greatest tasting thing. So, and then you add pepper to it, because that helps the turmeric really do its thing. Kind of weird. And then we added ginger and honey. Huh?
Coconut oil.
Oh yeah, and coconut oil. And you mix that all up, and all I can tell you is drink it as fast as you can, and and get it down. But it helps a lot. I can stand up within probably 15 to 30 minutes after drinking that, and I really don't feel the pain that I was feeling before. So it's good stuff. Oh, so one of the good things, my swelling is going down, and a week ago, I'll say even 3 days ago, when I stood up, the first thing you can do is feel all that blood just rushing into your knee, and you could just feel it swelling up, and you just can't wait to sit down and elevate your leg again. And I don't really get that now, so I still want to elevate it. I still need to. It's still swollen. But when I do stand up, go to the bathroom, go to the kitchen, things like that, I don't get that immediate just rush of pain going to that area. So that's a really good thing. Also showering. So I don't know how you do it if you were by yourself, because it's a two-person operation, and we have, which is pretty cool. One of my wife's friends found, I'll say, an old folks shower chair bench. Yeah, it's like a park bench inside my shower. And it was brand new, and it was at a thrift store, and I think we got it for like $30, something like that. So it's a lifesaver, because to take a shower you have to take the brace off, and without this brace, I'm like it's like Gumby. It's just, I wouldn't be able to stand on it at all. I'd be all over the place and in just a ton of pain. And so, but I can sit on that thing. We can swivel the leg in, take the brace off, and I prop my heel up on the edge of the bathtub, and I can take a shower. And so it works out really well. So it's been a blessing that we have that. Physical therapy. So I was surprised that the doctor said yesterday that he wanted me to start physical therapy next week, and which is awesome. So, but it's super light physical therapy. And I think it's primarily to just make sure I can get that 50-degree angle and work that comfortably and making progress there. But also, he had me do an exercise yesterday because I cannot lift my leg up. That was one of the first things I noticed when I had this injury. That's why I knew it was bad news. My leg was dead, and it still is, even after being repaired. I can move it around, move my toes around, move my ankle around, but I cannot lift that leg up in the air at all. And so he was doing some feeling around with it yesterday, and he said there's like part of your quad is not firing off that requires the tendon to use that to get your leg up in the air. He said, and that's because there's there's like a big blood clot in your knee when you have that injury. And so as a defense mechanism, your body says, all right, let's just hold off nerves, let's stop firing, let's just kind of let this thing heal and before we do anything else. And so apparently my body is still thinking that way. And so we have to train those muscles to start firing off again. And so he gave me an exercise. I still can't feel it working yet, but it's only been one day. But I think the physical therapy is to do that too. So eventually we got to get that leg moving. And also, so physical therapy. This is kind of interesting. Eventually I'm going to have to drive myself there and to do this a couple times a week. And right now I can't get in the front seat of a car. I'm like a caged animal in the backyard, in the back seat. I drag my leg across the bench seat there. So anyway, eventually I'm going to have to be able to bend my knee far enough, and hopefully 50 degrees is far enough. We'll see. And be able to do it for an extended period of time where I could drive down the hill 10 minutes and get the physical therapy. So one of the things I know he wants me to do is within 6 weeks, he wants me to be at 90 degrees. And that's a lot. And so we'll see. This kind of what I'm talking about earlier. I don't know when I'm going to be able to like sit in a chair for an extended period of time with my knee bent, because that's like 90 degrees, and that's 6 weeks away before I can get to that point. So we'll see. Okay, so one last thing. In the video last week, I made a statement that I can walk but it sounded like I can't walk. And so, so I wanted to prove to you today that I can walk, and so I'll take you take you with me around the backyard here. Not around the backyard.
Not on the ground.
On the patio. All right, so one of the things I want to show you beforehand, though, that's my knee today. So that looks a whole lot better than all those stitches in there. And so anyway, it's like super glue on both sides and a dozen steri strips, and we call it good. Okay, so here I am, and it's stiff, it's slow, but hey, check me out. I am walking. And so this is a whole lot better than it was a week ago, and or even 3 or 4 days ago. So anyway, making a lot of good progress there. And again, it doesn't really hurt right now, but I'm walking on it. But again, I've had ice on it for the last half hour, so as I've been talking to you, so that helps as well. Oh, one of the things I wanted to show you out here, you see how this grass looks nice and level? Well, it lies to you. And I was out here last night in these shoes, so flip-flops, so no support at all. And I thought I was all that. I could go off-road and all that kind of good stuff. And anyway, I fell into a hole, and I mean, it's probably 2 inches deep, maybe, if that. And but man, it throws when you do that, it throws your knee forward, and it just hyperextends it like crazy. And see if I can get it back here. Anyway, so I learned a lesson on that one, is I can't go forward wheeling out there on the grass yet. So, or if I do, use better shoes. So, all right, I think that's all I have for this week. We'll catch up next week. Thanks, everybody. Bye.